Hi everyone. We're expecting more people to join. Please allow 2 more minutes. Thanks for your patience. So some people have already joined. So I would like to know more about the participants and how much experience they have. Do they have experience in data engineering stuff? And are they coming from a different background so that I can give demo in such a way because there could be some people who are working on different technologies who would like to shift to data engineering because of the demand it got. So I would like to more know more about the people over here who is participating today so that I can talk in a way that you understand. So can we start with each of you? I will introduce myself in the end. Actually, so right now my name is Vinod. I will give my complete introduction in the end. Let's start with Balu. If you could please introduce yourself. Hello, Balu.
Ha- can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay. I'm basically a Linux admin with more than 10 years of experience. I have knowledge in cloud, but I do not go into the infra again, like DevOps or cloud.
Okay,
So, how I am going to fit into this, I just want to understand because of the data because I
that
don't
is
have
the
a
future.
scripting on. Yeah,
Hmm.
maybe. That's what I'm thinking. So, my
Okay,
doubt is, can I fit into this with my experience background? Because I don't have a programming background as a Linux admin, how it goes.
hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it also. Okay, thanks for your introduction. Venkatesh. Venkatesh. Sumant.
Hi Vinod,
Hi, Sumant.
I'm having 3 years of experience in recruiting and a 1 year career gap.
Okay,
As of now, I want to move to Azure Database Engineer
okay,
for growth. Yeah.
okay. Fine. Thanks for your introduction. Chaitanya.
Okay.
I will talk
Hello.
about it, Sumant. I will definitely explain it. Yeah, please, Chaitanya. Yeah.
Yep. So myself Chaitanya. So I have total 7 years of experience in IT industry. So at starting of my career, so I worked as an in the operations team. Uh, so and later I have moved into the testing stream. So and right now I was working as an automation test engineer. So yep. So just I have the basics of SQL and Java. So which I use. I mean the Java I got a basics due to I'm working on automation testing. Yep. So just trying to learn this code. So if that helpful,
Okay, cool.
thank you.
Thank you. Sai.
Yeah, hi. So
Hello.
I'm a database administrator, Oracle database administrator, having 10 years of
Mhm.
experience.
Okay.
I just want to know if I can switch my career path to data engineering. I just want to join the demo and see uh, how I can transition, whether it is possible or not. I just want to
Yeah,
assess it.
sure. Thanks for your introduction. Shravan.
Hey, hi Vinod. So this is
Yeah.
Shravan. I have around 9 years of experience into BI. I work with multiple BI tools. I'm strong in SQL, and I know basics of Java and Python. I wanted to move into data engineering, and I'm looking for a course which explains like beginner to advanced with the real-time projects as well.
Hmm.
That's it.
Sure, Shravan. Thanks for introduction. I'm not sure what it stands for RDB. Can you please? I know RBD. He was a WWE player, but yeah, can you please introduce yourself? Hello. If you're speaking, we're not able to hear you. Okay, I'd go with Vijay next. Can you please introduce yourself, Vijay?
Yeah, hello Vinod. Yeah, this is Vijay. Actually, currently I'm working on. Actually, I'm from ETL background. I'm working on ETL tool called Informatica.
Hmm.
Uh, Actually, currently we have project. Reason why I want to join this demo is like currently our requirement is currently we are using Salesforce, and for the data integration we are using Informatica to interact with Salesforce. And I mean, in a couple of days we are moving to Dynamics CRM 365 due to
Okay.
cost effective because of cost effective reasons, our client is switching to Dynamics 365. So I do not have experience on Dynamics 365 side. So what I understand is like it's a part of Microsoft product. So whether because there also will be doing integration with the Dynamics 365. So the way how we are currently doing with Salesforce. So we are actually currently building data from Salesforce to SQL Server, doing some operations, intermittent operations, and again back update the data into Salesforce. Maybe
Hmm.
we will be doing a similar activity within the Dynamics 365 CRM as well. So
Yeah, you would be
uh,
using the Synapse with Synapse actually. So
okay,
Synapse is part of this course. So it is mainly a SQL, but I will talk about it, like what all things you are going to use in Synapse. Yeah. Okay.
okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
client is currently they want to go with Informatica. So yeah, I want to know like I want to need to tell client like if, as you said like Synapse is like how we can go and make use of it instead of Informatica if at all.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Ranjan. Hmm.
Yeah, hi, this is Ranjan Vinod. Good morning.
Good
And
morning.
I'm an ETL developer. So I'm looking for, so I'm working right now in Talent, uh, in Talent Open Studio. So
It's a ETL.
my
Okay.
work is, yeah. So my work is data warehousing, the source table and transformation to target. So this is my profile
Hmm.
in a multinational company. So I'm looking for, many of the company it's required for the cloud-based ETL development. So companies are migrated right now to some are in Azure, some are looking for the AWS. So I'm looking. So that's why I uh, choose this Azure data engineering courses. So basically, I'm looking for the ADF.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
apart from this other thing, it will be add on my skill. It will good for my career as I
Hmm.
see for that.
I will talk about
So
it.
I'm
I'll
looking
talk.
for that. Okay. Thanks, Vinod.
Yeah. Thank you, Ranjan. Venkatesh. The two Venkatesh. So
Yeah,
yeah.
hi.
Yeah, please.
I'm audible.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Hi, Vinod. Myself, Venkatesh. I have around 12 plus years of experience. I working as a QA testing in one of
Okay.
the organization. So I'm looking. I have a good experience on ETL testing, where data loads from source to destination. So I want to learn new technologies, which will be an added advantage to my career. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's all.
Okay, fine. Shrikant,
My name is
Shrikant, yeah, please.
yes. Yes, I have around 15 years, 15 plus years of experience, predominantly in SAP functional background. I'm from SAP functional background. Right now,
Okay,
I'm working as a project manager slash Scrum Master.
okay. So, what are you expecting out of this course?
But there are a lot of cloud migration projects that are happening right now, right? So I
Yeah,
wanted to understand the the length and breadth of what's Azure is and how it's working. What are the pieces that have to be put in place?
absolutely, sure. Yeah, thanks for the introduction. Shrikant.
Yes.
No, another Shrikant. Actually, there is one more guy. Actually, so yeah. So I'm requesting him to introduce himself. Shrikant, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh,
Okay, anybody
actually,
missed?
Shrikant is just messaged me. He is in
Okay,
Germany.
he's
It
not able
seems
to
like
talk.
he can't talk. That.
That's fine. That's fine. So anybody who missed, who would like to introduce? So that see, the thing is, all of you are here. You would know each one of others' requirements. You would know how I'm going to like. I will give the demo in such a way that you all will understand what it takes to learn, what I'm going to teach, and why I'm going to teach this, and what how your career will be after you learn this particular course. Okay, so having an introduction actually will definitely help you from each one of you to know what kind of people are looking for learning the data engineering stuff so that you will also get some inspiration. Sometimes you will be like just thinking of whether I'm going to be successful, I'm not going to be successful, am I choosing the right course, I'm not choosing the right course, all this stuff. I'm going to talk about it. But yeah, having like introduction for all of you, I'm going to talk about my introduction. So myself, Vinod Kumar Reddy Hebatam. I am from Andhra Pradesh. I am currently working as a senior architect slash data manager. Okay. So I'm having 15 plus years of experience. Um, 50% of the time I worked abroad, 50% of the time in India. And I've been teaching data engineering, Azure Data Engineering course from past 2 years, and I've finished around 25 batches. Okay. So right now, like some of the people got the job, some of the people as managers they wanted to understand what is the scope, what is the length and breadth of the course, has Shrikant told. So it will be helpful for them to understand actually. But if you'd like to definitely wants to contribute and learn, definitely you are free to do that as well. Coming to the course, so Azure, like we have a lot of cloud environments right now: AWS, Azure, GCP. Okay. So these three are the primary public cloud providers. So there are private clouds, there are public clouds. Hello. I would let you people speak later point of time. Please mute yourself right now. I will definitely give a chance for all of you. So these are the public cloud, and AWS was the first in the market, and they're really occupied the space with infrastructure as a service. Azure followed AWS and they focused on platform as a service. And GCP also in the game, they are mainly into data science projects. Okay. So right now, since we're talking about the Azure data engineering stuff, I would just talk about what is an ETL. Okay. All we are going to do is the data integration, okay, extraction of the data, transformation of the data, and load the data. So this is also called as ETL. This is also called as data integration, whatever you would like to call it. So let's say you are working for MNC. Okay, let's say you are working for let's say Amazon, right? Amazon may have a hell lot of different different applications, right? They have mobile applications, they have uh, web applications, lot of them. They have supply chain, they have logistics, they have HRMS application, whatnot. They have, maybe I would say, nearly not less than 100 applications they will have. Okay, now these 100 applications, they generate the data. Okay, everyone, they generate the data. Okay, now there are a lot of people who does the reporting. Okay, reporting stuff will be helpful for the people to get the insights and take the decision. Okay, now can a reporting guy directly connect to this particular data? Is that possible? Okay, if you ask me, that is possible. But what is the issue? Why don't they connect to this online transaction processing system? These are called online transaction processing systems. Okay, and all they want is, whenever I am using a mobile application to book a ticket, okay, what I do, I want it to be, okay, responsible, like it should be quickly respond, it should quickly react to whatever, like if I insert something, I want to just book a ticket, it should be as fast as possible, it should be quick in terms of data insertion. Okay, and if I want to change the name, data updation, only these two. Okay, these two operations are all I'm caring about, right? I'm going to search something, I'm going to buy something, I'm going to search source, I'm going to search destination, I want to book the ticket, I'm going to either add a new row or I'm going to update the new row. During this process, if somebody try to poke the table, if somebody try to read the data, then it may result into a deadlock. Okay, it may result into a deadlock, and this will delay the process. This will delay the okay, online transaction. Like there will be a lot of delay, there will be lags, there will be issues. So for this, we need to avoid reading data from OLTP systems. So what is the alternative? So I have a lot of data generated. I want to know how many tickets booked. I want to know how much money generated. I want to know how many people turned up. I want to know how many people not turned up. This is what is the insights I want to know. I want to know, I want to increase my business. So yesterday there are 10 people who was traveling in my bus. Today I want to increase the count to 15. I want to know the feedback of the people, whether I'm doing right or not. So look at the amount of data that is generated to improve my, okay, to improve my application. Okay. Now I need to analyze the data. How I'm going to analyze the data? So I'm going to create a new different system called online analytical processing system, OLAP. Okay, analytical processing system, OLAP. Okay, from these systems, from 100, more than 100 applications, you are going to extract the data and store the data in different different layers. Okay, in different different layers, and then, okay, there will be a data science team or a data analyst and data scientist. What they will do, let's say data science, data analyst, comma data science, they are going to do operational reporting. Operational reporting is to okay, everyday understanding, what are the, like how much, like let's say how much sales has happened, how much like profit, what is the table profit, how much I'm going to improve, and all those. And then this is the operational reporting. Then there are analytical reportings. So analytical reporting is what? Looking at the trend. Am I going ahead in the trend? Like yesterday, the data was generated. Okay, 10 people book the ticket. Tomorrow, I want to book. I want to encourage more people to book. So how is the trend? Is the trend proper or not? This is the operational reporting and analytical reporting. Okay. Now comes the data science. Now, how would you improve the business? Okay. Now the data science models, what they will do advanced analytics. Okay. Looking at the trend. Okay. In future, there may be more bookings. Adding one more bus will help us. Okay. So yes. Now, can I recommend something to the user? Can I choose to recommend a user so that I can inspire to, maybe I have booked the ticket from Hyderabad to Bangalore. Then coming back to Hyderabad, can I recommend that? Can I recommend that? Okay. Yes, you can recommend. Using an AI, you can recommend. I will give 25% off if you book right now. Okay. These are the advanced analytics and data science use cases. Okay. This will be okay sourced from the OLAP system. So the base here, extract the data from the online analytical systems, online transaction systems, and you are loading the data into the online analytical processing. Here we are going to make different layers: staging slash branch slash raw. I'm going to explain in detail while we learn the course. Don't worry about it. Okay. ODS slash silver layer. Okay. Then data mart slash gold layer. You are going to process the data, clean the data, process the data, and spoon feed the reports. Spoon feed the reports. Now the data science people will explore the data maybe directly from here, from the ODS layer. Later point of time, you are the one data engineer who is going to configure it. Okay. It may supply from here also and here also. It may be from anywhere, but you are the one who is going to create the pipeline. Okay. Now data engineer altogether he is going to create, establish the okay source connection, destination connections, and create the data pipelines to flow the to make the data flow automation. To make the data flow automation. So data engineer does this, data analyst does this, and data science people does this. In a nutshell, data engineer create a data pipeline to extract the data, integrate the data, and store using a store into a data mart. Okay, that's the goal. That's the goal. Okay. Now, earlier what used to happen? We used to deal with only structured data. Okay, structured data we used to deal with. Now, structured data means I have a CSV file, I have a Excel file, I have a table. How I am going to read the data? Okay, how I am going to okay process the data? Okay, this was the case. That's why most of you are still working on Informatica, Talent, SSIS, okay, and then data stage. These are the tools which help you to process the structured data. Okay, there are cases where it supports unstructured, semi-structured data. What is semi-structured data? So we all know there are different kinds of sources like JSON format, key value pair. Okay, it will be like this: name, Vinod, like this key value pair. This is again a different kind of data. Okay, and then there is XML data. There are big data file formats like Parquet, Avro, ORC, Delta. Okay, these are semi-structured data. People are using semi-structured data. Okay, then and also unstructured data, logs. I want to analyze log. There are issues. My application has generated some issue. How will you analyze? I need logs. So what will be there in the log? Plain text. How will you analyze? You need to, this is unstructured data. How will you deal with that? Can a, okay, can a tool with a UI can do this particular ETL stuff? It is difficult. It is absolutely difficult. I am not saying it is impossible. It is very difficult. So that's why we need SQL for, okay, structured data processing, and Python. Guys, please go on mute. I'll give a chance later. Python slash PySpark for okay semi-structured. You are still not on mute. Please go on mute, guys. Whoever is unmuted. Yeah. So RDV, please go on mute. Yeah. So Python PySpark is for processing semi-structured and unstructured data. Okay. So this is what is required. Okay, PySpark. Let's say Python, you know Python, it's a programming language. Okay, so what is PySpark? Why we need to do that? Let's say for all of you, how many of you is having a smartphone? How many of you is having a watch, smartwatch? I mean, okay. How many of you are using smart TV? How many of you is using smart fridge? Okay. How many of you is using smart washing machine? Everything is smart. Smart doors. Okay. Okay. So you can imagine the amount of data being generated. It's humongous. It's humongous amount of data is getting generated. Okay. Let's say I'm building a software. Okay. My boss comes and says, okay, I'm building a software. I gave 10 days to build the software. This is my estimation. Okay. Now my boss comes and says, can you do it in 1 day? Is it even possible? Impossible with one person to do it in 1 day. Okay. Then what should I do? I need to distribute the load. I need to transfer the load, distribute the load. Okay. Okay. With two different people. Then it is possible. Then it is possible whenever I split the work, distribute it and make 10 people to work. Okay. So this is a work distribution like that in the data. Okay. Data distributed computing is important. Distributed computing is okay. I will talk about difference between Hadoop, PySpark, everything later. Okay, that is not required for now, but you need to understand why PySpark is distributed computing is necessary. Okay, now you all know we are talking about okay, we have databases from ages. I can store XML data in database, I can store image, I can store okay structured, unstructured, semi-structured data in databases. So what is the problem? Why people are moving to file system storage? File system storage is data lake. Why we want to store the data? I want I databases are databases are super costly. Okay, file system storage is cheap. Okay, now I want to learn. Okay, after storing into file system. Okay, one of you has asked there is an ERP system. Okay, Dynamics ERP. Now I want to extract the data, okay, and store the data in the file system, and I want to reap the benefits. Okay, in terms of cost I know it will benefit me. In terms of performance, will it benefit me? Yes, you can get the performance. That's why Databricks has introduced a concept called delta lake house. It is the future. It's gonna rule. Okay, delta lake house is gonna rule. It's gonna stay for another 10 to 15 years, I would say probably more. Okay, there is no issue. It will definitely stay for very long time. If you just correlate this thing with Snowflake uses data lake to store the data. Okay, so everyone is turning to data lake to store the data. Okay, and on top of it they are giving a provision to use SQL. Delta lake does Databricks delta lake gives, it does give the same. Delta lake will give the same benefit. So we need to, that is the importance, that's the reason. Guys, please mute, please don't unmute, guys, please, it's gonna disturb me. Okay, so Databricks delta lake will help us to reap the benefits of it. Okay, now we need SQL will stay for another okay 100 years also. It is staying from already 30 years, it is going to stay for another 100 years. There is no way that SQL is going to go away. So you need to learn SQL. I'm going to teach SQL. Okay, I'm going to teach SQL, and Python is required before going to stepping into PySpark. Why Python is required? I'm going to teach basics of Python, what all things that you are going to use in a day-to-day life as a data engineer, what all things you are going to require to face the interview, everything that it takes for you to okay to give interviews, to run the show in your organization. I am going to teach. Okay, SQL, Python. Then comes the PySpark. Then comes the PySpark, and it is really important in the distributed computing. Okay, after PySpark, there is no other thing that has introduced. Okay, it is not. I don't see even in the white papers that nobody is coming up with something which can replace PySpark. So it is going to stay for many years. It is going to stay for many years. So SQL, Python, PySpark, I am going to teach you. Everything I am going to teach you. Okay. Now, apart from this, okay, Python, Spark SQL, okay, PySpark, all this I'm going to teach. The environment that I'm going to use, okay, Python, Spark SQL, okay, PySpark, okay, all these things I'm going to do in the database. All these things I'm going to use in the database. PySpark extensively will be covering. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now I will also cover concepts related to streaming also. Streaming data means live data. Somebody is generating the data and I want to load the data as quickly as possible. That's the stream. Okay. Now for that also we'll be using the database. Lakehouse. Lakehouse also we'll be using the database. Now, apart from this, we are going to learn about Azure Cloud fundamentals. What is okay? We'll learn about public cloud, private cloud. You need to know. You need to have an idea because that's why we're calling it as a data engineer right now. I am an engineer. I need to know infrastructure a little bit. I'm not saying we should know 100%. You need to know the infrastructure part of it. Okay. Azure Cloud. I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the difference between a blob and a data lake. I'm going to in-depth cover about the Azure SQL stuff little bit, okay, so that you will have an idea. It is again playing a very important role in the market. ADF, okay, ADF for data engineer, whatever, like I mean, ADF definitely for data engineering and orchestration. So I'll be covering ADF, and I will be covering the Synapse DW. I will be covering the Synapse DW and serverless pool. Both are there. Both I will be covering. Okay. So how I'm going to create external tables, what is polybase and all those stuff will be covered in the Synapse. And in the end, we'll be doing an end-to-end project, which involves data lake, ADF, Synapse. Synapse, I will give a provision, I will not explain, but you have to do it by yourself. Okay, with the data bricks. All of them will be involved. In between, I will give one or two projects because I have prepared it for the other batches already to do it in the Databricks. I'll give one project, and the same can be used for the this one also, Data Factory also. And every day after each class, please go on mute, guys. I'm fed up saying please go on mute every damn time. Can you please mute? Okay, we are going to give all the material that will help you. Okay, PDFs will be given for every topic. Okay, Azure Cloud ADF, Synapse, it will be very big PDF, which will help you to do things by yourself step by step. I will be explaining a little bit about the data warehousing concepts also. Everything will be there. And I will be giving a notebook for each of the topics, which will help you, okay, plug and play. And I will also give you the different projects, okay, ADF project, Formula 1 project mainly for the Databricks execution. And also there is one project which is end to end, which will be helpful for you to plug and play. Okay. This will be covered in 3 hours. Okay. Three classes I will be taking. Sample resumes will be given. All the interview questions, okay, that I am aware of, that I come across, that my previous batches come across will be provided over here. So you will be able to do all of this. Okay. So for some people, so now this is about the whole course. This is about the whole course, right? So right now, some of you don't have a okay IT background. Okay, some of you, I will take each of the cases and talk about it. Some of you don't have a IT background. Can I fit into this role? Can I learn? Okay, can I learn? You can learn. I'm not denying that you cannot learn because I'm going to teach from basics. But every day, 1 hour of teaching will be 3 hours. The previous batch also, okay, one of the guy who is not at all having any technical background, he is trying, and he said He repeats the video again and again. He watches again and again for 3 times, which will give him complete confidence. Which will give him complete. So if you think you can do it, okay, then you are in the right place. If you think you cannot do it, I cannot dedicate time, because trainer will do 50% and learners should do 50%. I can prepare the food. Eating is up to you. Okay. My son takes 3 hours to eat. Slowly, gradually, okay, he is eating faster now. Okay. So when I allow him, in the beginning he used to watch TV and eat. So it was slow, 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 and then he picked up as he is growing up. So experience matters. Experience matters. In the very first day, if you experience like the way that Vinod types, that is not possible. Maybe let's say if I learn new course, like some of you are working on, let's say, other tools, Informatica, the very first day I cannot deliver the way that you guys deliver. It may take 2 months, it may take 3 months for me. Yeah, but I should be constantly working on it. Then only I can do. Then only I can work. I will give you a lifetime free, yeah, okay, a lifetime free account in Databricks. Okay. So you can anytime you can log in and learn. You need to dedicate time. Okay. This is for the people who don't have IT background, who don't have IT background. I constantly take feedback. Okay. And he says, I'm actually learning. I'm able to understand if I watch video again. Okay. So you have to be ready if you want to learn. Okay. So that is up to you. I cannot force anyone. Okay. It should come within. Okay. There should be fire in you which will ignite. Now, people who are having a SQL, whoever having little, one of them is fine. Little programming experience, any programming is fine. C, C++, Java, Python, .NET, whatever it is. Little, one of them. If you don't have SQL, at least you should have a little programming. Then they can easily understand the course. They can, okay, they may not spend 3 hours, they may spend 2 hours a day. If you know SQL, you have to now learn Python and then PySpark. If you know Python, PySpark, you have to learn SQL, because SQL is going to stay forever, even though hundreds of languages comes and go. That doesn't matter. For a data engineer, SQL is must. I'm going to teach it. Okay. And then I have also given, okay, one complete thing to learn super basics in SQL. There is a RDBMS thing over here. So you can go and learn that also. There is no issue. Okay. Constantly people ask, say this is the RDBMS core. If constantly people ask me to share new things and I will search, I may take little time, but I will come back and then. So you need to do this. You need to constantly, okay, look at this updated shared material, and it will be helpful. Okay, you may take 2 hours a day. You don't think that you can just listen and then do. Okay, so it will be difficult. It will be difficult. Whoever is having already ETL background, so it is definitely a best place. Okay, I'm not saying only Azure is the best, but platform as a service. We are all here to learn platform as a service. So platform as a service, Azure is good. Azure is good because they have a existing. Lot of people are using SQL. Lot of people are using SSIS. Lot of people. So it is easy. They have a ERP CRM system. So they will directly migrate to Azure cloud itself. Okay, they must know Azure. Hook or crook, they must know. So that will be helpful for them. And some of you who is having a testing background, okay. So I'm sure if at all if you are doing testing, okay, functional testing, non-functional. Apart from that, if you are doing any other testing, like let's say functional testing, let's say using SQL or maybe Selenium. Selenium, maybe you may have little bit of coding background. Okay, that would help you if you learn. That this will help definitely help you. But you need to think that you are a data engineer. Okay, you are a data engineer, then you will rock. Okay, without having this mindset, it will be difficult. If I want to be a manager, if I want to be a CEO, I have to start thinking I'm a CEO. Assume yourself as a data engineer. Assume yourself as a data engineer and start questioning yourself what are things that comes in your, okay? Then it will be helpful for you. Otherwise, it will not help. Okay. So you may definitely have a SQL background. So having a SQL background will definitely help to learn this particular course. You also need to give minimum of 2 hours a day. Okay. Definitely you have to give 2 hours a day because you are changing the stream. You are coming from an application background, you are coming from a testing background, you need to give 2 hours a day. If people don't have little bit of SQL, little bit of Python, you are completely out of touch of the technical stuff, then you may have to dedicate 3 hours a day. That's the definite. See, this is tried and tested. That's why I'm already upfront telling you. I'm not making you afraid here. I'm inspiring you, saying you must be ready to dedicate time. It's matter of 1 month, 1 to 1.5 month. You have to dedicate yourself. Okay, you are getting maybe let's say 10 lakh salary. Okay, so then you need to try for more salary. I want today I'm roaming in a Alto car. Tomorrow I will try for okay, let's say a little bit bigger car. Let's say a sedan. Okay, then tomorrow I will go for SUV. Then later I will go for a luxury car. Okay, how can I do that? I have to aim something, right? How can I get the money? Then I need to look at things that stay for longer time. For longer time, okay. Then data engineering is a good fit. I'm not saying only Azure data. Any data engineering is a good fit. Okay? So you need to you need to know this. You need to know this. Now, if you want to, so average salaries I will talk about. So before that, so people who are already doing a managed role. So I have minimum of 1 to 1 person actually in many of the batches. Let's say I told you I have taught more than 25 batches. So I came across around 15 people who is having a managerial background. Okay. So they wanted to learn Azure data engineering because there are lot of projects in the market is now migration projects. You are absolutely right. Only 20% of the people migrated from on-prem to cloud. So there is still 80% remaining. So definitely you have greater chance, but you need to understand for the estimations for judging people whether doing right and also guide them in a proper way as and when they get stuck. So it will be helpful for you. Okay, you may not need to spend so much of time. Maybe as and when required, you may glance the video and then take decisions. Okay, now for salary, the market is like number of years into three. You may ask, okay, number of if you are having 3 to 5 years of experience, then you will get number of years into five, number of years cross five. If you have a range of 5 to 10 years, you may get number of years into four, number of years into four. Let's say n into four. People who is having more than 10 years of experience. I have more than 10 years of experience. Okay, some of my colleagues are earning more, some of my colleagues are earning less. Okay, it's all then we may get number of years into three or based on the current salary. Based on the current salary. If I'm getting 10 lakhs even after 15 years, they will not give 60 lakhs. I'm eligible to take 60 lakhs, but I may not get 60 lakhs. Okay, you need to possess techno managerial skills, not just a managerial skill. Techno managerial will get you more money. Okay, it is up to you. Okay, if you want to completely stay in the managerial, that is fine. There is no issue, right? I'm just giving a opinion, okay, which will help you to decide. Techno managerial skills is also very important. Okay, so this is about the salary. Okay, now it'll very first day, as soon as you learn the course, you may not be able to get the job. You need to learn constantly, then only you will be able to get the job. I'm done with my explanation. Now I am open for questions. Please ask questions. Right, I took really long time, but every batch there will be different kinds of people joining. I need to understand what their background and explain. So I will take time. And now stage is for you. You can talk. Whatever questions you have, you can ask.
So how strong you'll be covering the PySpark, like completely or just the basics?
So there will be no basics in whenever I am covering Python, right? Python will be like PySpark, I mean. So you will have in depth. This is created over here. Okay. What all things I'm going to cover RDTs, I'm going to cover around 10 different types of file system where reading and writing. I'm going to cover about Spark SQL. I'm going to cover about Delta Lakehouse, which actually needs for any data engineer to work in a real. And also streaming, as I told you.
Will you be showing any real-time projects so that we can understand how a PySpark is being used?
So I'll be covering two projects. As I told you, one is okay, which is already there in the Google Drive. Like if you subscribe, you will, if you have any affinity already towards SpicePark, you can start working on this Spark. And there is one end-to-end project that which we actually do in the real time. That also I'm going to explain. That also I'm going to explain. So you can do both. Two projects you will be.
Hmm. How long is the course, like
Seven
duration?
weeks. 7 weeks. Okay,
Okay.
5 working days. Okay. 2 days weekend, I will not be taking any classes. 7 weeks, 5 working days.
Timing?
I mean,
Timing will be 7:30 to 8:30. 7:30 a.m. to 8:30. Okay. Please ask me anybody having more questions.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so Azure Data Factory, is it the combination of all of these things, PySpark and Data
Azure Data
Lake?
Factory, yes, Azure Data Factory is a no code ETL tool. Okay. So no code ETL tool is still having demands in the cloud, in the cloud, but you need to equip with more things that is coming on your way. Only knowing Azure Data Factory will not be sufficient. So I will be covering Azure Data Factory, whatever is required. Okay. But not only that I will be covering. Okay. It will not be sufficient for you to survive in the long run. You may learn now, but again you will just feel, "Yeah, I need to learn more. I need to learn more." So you need to know PySpark, Python to survive uh, having Databricks. Because see, Databricks is available on any all the cloud, right? Databricks is available on AWS, GCP, and Azure. We are learning Databricks with PySpark mainly, right? PySpark, Python, Spark, SQL. Now, if I know these three, then Python to the like data engineering, only data engineering, how much are required we are covering. Python is too vast. Okay, Spark, SQL. So, oh, if you know these things, you can work on any tool that comes in your way. Okay, maybe UI will be different. This and that small things will be different, but the base, the programming, you know already what it takes. So you need to, whenever you are learning data engineering, I would say go for a complete comprehensive course rather than targeting one particular tool. That will not help you. Somebody else was asking some other question. Please ask right now.
Yeah, Vinod. Basically, I'm into QA background. I have
Yeah,
knowledge on Selenium, Java, SQL,
yeah,
and also a little bit of Python.
yeah.
So, my question is, do you seen any candidate attending the classes, a QA background candidate attending the classes, and how do we try to claim 3 to 4 years of experience? Do they believe us? The recruiters believe us in us recruiting.
You
So,
have
how
to,
it will be?
yes, it's a very good question. So every batch I will have minimum of two QA people who is joining. Okay. But most of them are happy. Okay, now I asked them, few of them, okay, how they are able to survive. Okay, so I'm going to give you two projects. Okay, you have to just, so let's say you have 10 years of experience, you cannot say claim all the 10 years into the data engineering. You need to claim I have 6 to 7 years of experience in QA. Okay, and data engineering around 3 to 4 years, like this you have to claim. Now in the 3 to 4 years, if at all, if you say I know ADF, I know Databricks, they will ask the same question. All the same questions they will ask ADF and Databricks. Now, whenever if you ask what is the project description under, you have to provide the project description properly, which will which will make them believe that you did a data engineering stuff. Okay, I will constantly remind you extract, transform, load, extract, transform, load. I will be drawing. Paint is my favorite tool, so I'll be drawing in the paint. Okay, continuously, like this is what we do, this is what we do, this is what we do. You need to fix that in your mind and prepare yourself. That's what I'm saying. You have to assume yourself as a data engineer already. Okay, if you don't assume, you cannot make others believe you. Okay, that's what you are supposed to do. If you assume and you constantly so rehearse yourself, okay, with the code and also with the way that you talk as a data engineer. You need to talk to fellow data engineers or what they do, what are their daily responsibilities, how they will do all of those stuff. Okay, then if you have done ETL testing, you would already know. If you're not done ETL testing, then you may have to sit with this.
Yeah, I've done an ETL testing, the data loads.
Yeah, then you would be having a good idea actually.
Right,
So you
right,
need to
right.
assume yourself. You need to go sit with them. Okay. Ask for a little help. Let's say you want to contribute something. Maybe talk to your manager and get you a chance to do little bit of stuff. Any tool, not this tool that I'm teaching about. Okay. So having that experience will also help.
Okay.
So okay. Now I'm going to give you the notebooks, right? So people have to be very, so what people do, very first class I explain. Okay, in 20th class, you believe it or not, I don't know, 20th class they are coming and asking how to create a database. First class I will make sure everyone, whoever pay the fee, don't pay the fee, I will make sure that you are going to create a database community edition. Okay, which helps you. 20th class people are coming how to create a database community edition. Does that make any sense? Means, can I'm already teaching some topic which is very advanced, which will be helpful for the people. Other, let's say batch having 10 12 people. Okay, other 10 people are looking to learn that. This particular people will ask me how to create community edition, which is not good. There is a video for that. I would request people to watch videos. Okay, everywhere there will be code. Okay, data frame, these are the things that will cover in the data frame. Okay, in the Databricks, in the PySpark advanced. Okay, all these are Spark related. There is a RDD related stuff. Okay, all you need to understand different files to process. Okay, so there will be notebooks for you to practice. All you have to go is plug in and say, type the code by looking at the code that is already available. I'm going to make you understand each and everything, and then you will also try yourself once. That's it. You will remember the things. Okay, interview people will ask how to read a CSV file. Can you tell me? Simple questions they are asking. Even now, even after a few days also they will ask. You need to know those things. I will stress when there is an interview question. Okay, just listening will not help. I am sure about it. Okay, I'm not telling, but I'm just telling you. You should be attentive. You should also be equally contributing as a trainer. This will help you. Please assume yourself. It will definitely help you, and start doing a hands-on. Hands-on is important. Yeah. Next question.
Yeah, this is Ranjan here.
Hi, Ranjan.
Yeah, so will you give the class recording for the revision or any additional recording video for the basics?
So, class revision, I can give everyday recorded class will be there. Everyday recorded class will be there. Okay. And you can refer to the recorded class. There is no issue.
Okay. So how
Okay.
many
Any
days you will give the
every day, see,
how,
this is every
no
class,
no
35 classes will be there.
I'm asking you. So, what is the validity of the that recording available for
With
me?
I think
Okay.
Visual Pass should be able to. It should be minimum valid for 1 year.
Okay. And any
Visual
additional
Pass should be able
basic courses, because I'm not aware about the data bricks and all that. So,
Databricks
will
I
you
am going
give
to teach
the?
from very basics I am going to teach. So
Okay,
Databricks you
okay.
don't worry.
So, I'm from ETL background right now.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
don't know what is the data bricks and all that. So I have
I
no
will
knowledge
talk.
about this. Yeah.
Don't worry about it. See, that's the goal, right? The goal of this course
Mm-hmm.
is to teach the one tool,
Mm-hmm.
Databricks, another tool is Data Factory, another tool is Synapse. So this is all mentioned here. So I will be covering from the very basics on how to create a commit. I will make you create, and then how to open it, how to create a cluster every day, how to drop it and recreate. Every damn thing I'm going to teach. You have to follow whenever you are doing in your home. Keep the video next to you. Listen, pause, practice. Listen, pause, practice. That's what you are supposed to do.
Okay. Okay. And
Okay.
second thing,
Hmm.
yeah, one of the question. In interview, many of the scenario-based question they have asked in the interview. So will you provide
Yes.
that type of question in practice?
I'll I'll be telling you whenever I'm teaching that. This is the question that people are going to ask. Please stress.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say whenever you read CSV file, reading CSV file, this is 100% people will ask how to read CSV file. Spark.read.csv. How to add a new column. Data frame dot with column. Okay. This I'm going to stress. Whenever
Okay.
it is a interview related question, I'm going to stress. Please give a damn. Please give more importance to this. Please be very
Yeah.
attentive. So you need to
Yeah. It's need to
just
do more and more practice on the
yes,
logics.
yes.
So that's
I
we
will
will
be see the
tackle
thing
the
is
questions.
now I'm going to provide you the notebooks, right? I'm going to show you how to add a column. Okay. Now there will be more ways that you can like you can practice also. I will show you two times I will show you how to add a column. Third time you have to practice. Can I add more column? You need to have that in your mind. I need to add more column. Okay. And then you will learn. You need to have these things in your mind. df.join, df.with column, df.select, like that after teaching. So you need to constantly rehearse in your mind so that it fits in your mind and it will help you.
So I'm originally from ETL background. So how we related to these courses?
What? Can you come
I'm
again?
basically from ETL. Yeah, I'm basically from ETL background. So how will I relate to this course? You give the syllabus on that. So through the ADF, the Azure Data Factory, it's related to the ETL.
Everything is ETL, man. Whenever you talk about
Okay.
data engineering is all
Mm-hmm.
about ETL. Okay. Data
Mm-hmm.
engineer means you are going to do ETL or a ELT.
Okay. Okay.
Extract, load
Okay.
transfer or extract, transfer. Every tool you can do
Okay.
it using SQL, you can do it
I
using
thought
data frame.
I thought this
Huh.
question is insufficient for me and you also. Thanks for explain
But you
all
can
of
tell me,
things.
but see, you have already knowledge on it, but think that
Uh-huh.
you are going to learn the similar thing in the cloud using programming and using non-programming. This is what you are going to learn with
Got it. Got
in
it.
the
Got
cloud.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
second, please.
Thanks.
Somebody is ringing bell. Give me 1 second. I will not drop off. Wait, give me 1 second. Hello, guys. Sorry for that. Yeah, more questions, please.
Are we covering Snowflake?
No, Snowflake is not covered.
Okay. Okay. Is it like a Snowflake when we just take it up database when compared to
Can you
Snowflake?
be louder, please? Can you be a bit louder, please?
Okay, I was in travel. I'll type my
Okay.
question.
No, no, no. Yeah, you can type. Let's say. Yeah, please. Snowflake is another database. Okay. Cloud massive parallel processing database. Okay. Snowflake equivalent is Synapse in Azure. AWS is having Redshift. Okay. And Google is having BigQuery. They are all equivalent to Snowflake. Yeah.
Vinod, will
Ah,
you be covering Scala part of it?
no, scalar part of it will not be covered. PySpark.
Okay. And
Yeah.
do you also touch upon this migration of databases here?
So migration of databases, I will not be. I will show you where, how can, like, where is the options and all, but I will not be able to. I will not be able to migrate and show you. No, that will not. Okay, but I will show you how can, like in the Azure SQL, how can you do that. There is easily provisions on how to actually, like you can just do existing, take existing backup and attach and all. But on top of it, you have to try that on your own. But I will talk about different databases, differences between the databases that you uh, need to know.
Okay. And do we have this Cosmos DB also here in this?
No, Cosmos DB I'm not covering. Cosmos DB is important to some extent. I'm not denying that. Okay, but I'm not covering because it will be too much if I were talking about mainly about the DP203 stuff. Okay, some of the aspects I will not be able to cover because people will not be able to digest. If I cover so much of stuff, it will be very difficult for people to digest. So it is designed in such a way that everybody will be able to uh, grasp it. So
So with this training, can we complete this data engineering certification from Azure?
yes, you need to. So when it comes to Azure Data Engineering Certification, okay, you need to completely read their material.
Right.
After training, if you directly go, I want to attempt, you will not be clear. Okay, you need to read the material because I'm not covering the, let's say, Cosmos TV stuff. They have this another tool actually, which is Stream Analytics. Okay, these two HD Insights are Stream Analytics, one of them. Okay, they are Microsoft is enforcing this, but it is not popular. You don't need to. We don't teach because that will not help. So people are migrating again from SD Insights to Databricks, Stream Analytics to Databricks. So these three tools you may have to read because I am not teaching. Okay, you
Okay.
need to read. Okay, or else get dumps for someone. Okay, I can help, but anyhow, there are people I can give numbers. You can take dumps.
Sure. Okay. Got it. Got it.
Hmm.
And are this batch timings fixed at 7:30? Because at 8 o'clock usually I have a call. Can some relaxation be done from your side from 7 o'clock? Can it be 7 to 8? Um, request maybe if you can accommodate.
I was trying for 6 to 7 in the beginning, but basically, I will have a combination of uh, Indian students who learns
Right.
this course plus the US students. Okay, now if I have combination of both Indian students and US students, I wanted to go for 6 to 7. So Indian students said no to 6 to 7. Okay, then I have
Okay.
they suggested me 7 to 8, which is good. But the problem is I have two kids. Both of them, like one is very small, but other one goes to school. So I have to help for that half an hour. Okay, like he wakes up at 7 till 7:30. I have to help. This is my personal problem. I should not be bringing
Right.
in the profession. I
No,
should
no, no.
definitely help. There is no go. So 7:30 to 8:30 is the next slot that I have. After that, everyone is now going to office 3 days a week or 2 days a week, so nobody will attend. So I have two slots. If all of you are okay, everyone is okay, I can take from 6 to 7. I'm okay. But I think that is, I'm not sure. I have two slots, but I'm not sure. Will that be okay for everyone? Because a lot of people may not be comfortable last 6 to 7. So just think about it. Because turnout will be less, actually, bro, for 6 to 7. That's the thing. Yeah. But you can ask them. I'm okay for 6 to 7 if all of you are okay. But I'm not sure like how many of you will. Okay.
Yeah, hi,
Any other
hello.
questions? Please.
Yeah, is there any other timings that you're starting the batch
No,
apart from 6 to 7 or
uh,
7:30?
67 or 7:30. No other timings I have.
Okay. Okay. And then coming back to the training, uh, so once we are done with this training, right,
Hmm.
will we be able to design the architecture, how the data has to flow in and how it has to be processed?
So I will give you provision actually. So let's say this is one of the uses. I will explain you. Okay. So while I am teaching, like you can build these kinds of architectures. Okay. These are the four different types of architecture that no some many of you can come across and build in the Azure platform. Okay. Then you may have to leverage this. You may have to tweak this and then design if required. You may sometimes use the exact same, sometimes you may have to tweak. So that you have to look for.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
But you will help us, how do we get that data from the data sources to,
I'm going to teach that, right? Practical. One is theory to explain you the concept. Okay. Then last,
okay,
so a couple of batches before, some people asked, lot of people are asking how you are getting data from on-premise to cloud, from data factory. Okay. Then I have to make little more changes to my course, and then I am now teaching everyone on-premise to cloud how you are going to extract the data because they use a self-hosted integration runtime. I need to install the software and I can read directly. So this is definitely I'm going to teach you how to connect to each sources, how the data looks like, how each format looks like, what is the significance of the format. I will talk about it and show it in
okay,
practice.
okay. And about streaming data, will
Hmm.
you give any overview of Kafka comparatively?
I will I will give overview what is Kafka, okay, why Kafka is required and everything. Publisher PubSub architecture will be there. I will talk whenever I'm teaching about the streaming purpose, but I will be showing you even without using Kafka, even you can run the streaming purposes, streaming things. So how can you do that? I will show because we will not be able to create Kafka and generate data, okay, and all those stuff. But I will show you how read stream and write stream will pick up the data, okay, in the Azure database. So
Okay,
that thing is possible. I will show that, and also I will give the notebooks that I've created for some of the projects. So you can directly make use of it for Kafka and Confluent Kafka.
okay. Is
Okay?
there any data visualization that you will cover in this course? You know,
No, data engineering. So I'm not covering it.
okay, no, so you will not cover any data visualization. So we need to learn Power BI or any
That you
other
need
data
to learn.
visualization.
You need to learn. It's a self-serve BI tool. Either you learn by yourself, okay, or you try to learn from other trainers.
Okay,
Okay, you need to, that's a different course altogether. Data analysis is different ball game. It needs 30 classes.
okay,
So it's not
okay,
okay. But if you just dragging and dropping and doing the visualization, it's a self-serve BI tool. Every layman who knows how to use a computer can do that. That's why they call it as a self-service BI tools. You can, there is always a chance that anybody can.
okay. Thanks.
Uh, Vinod, I am from
Please.
non-Linux admin, so I don't have any
Yes.
programming thing. So have you seen
Yeah.
anybody able to cope up with the new this data engineering
In
without any
in the
programming
current
background?
in the current batch, there is a guy. Okay, he says this. Okay, you make a decision on top of it because I should not be wrongly guiding you just for fees. That is absolutely wrong. Okay, he is having a non-technical background. Application. He just uses some application, configuring the application, maybe CRM or something. Okay, now he wants to learn this. Okay, he's spending. He said, how many times, how much, how many hours you spend? I,
Uh,
then he said
hour?
3 hours. Three
Okay.
hours he spends. My 1 hour, he spends 3 hours.
Mhm.
Okay, you have to. Are you ready to spend 3 hours? If you
Okay.
want to
I
be
work in shifts,
perfectly,
so yeah, I work in shifts, so you know, right? How the
no, no, no.
job works.
I'm sure. See, I can understand every IT guy how they make you to work, and even I am working, so I know. But I'm telling you, you need to spend this many hours. Then only you'll be successful. Or else you have Saturday and Sunday. Okay, on Saturday and Sunday, if you are able to cover, this is hypothetical. I'm telling. On Saturday and Sunday, you have kids, you have wife, you have everything to take care. You get call from your mom and dad, come to home, whatever, all the shit. Okay, but on top of it, if you can dedicate, okay, for 7 weeks, possible. But you have to take a decision, cautious decision. 1:3 hour, 1 hour to 3 hour. That's why I mentioned earlier. If you are completely from non-technical, okay, if you know a little bit of commands, here we are also use some Linux commands in the database. Okay, some 10 commands, not more than that. Okay, but if at all, if you know a little bit of C programming, having background and all, then that will be helpful. If you don't, I would suggest this. Try learning SQL in W3 schools first. Okay. And then see if you are able to learn. If you get some confidence, then you can try for this course. If you feel I cannot learn from, like I cannot dedicate 3 hours, go step by step. Or else listen to the class. Then you have, if you want, if you really want to learn, that you should, that fire should be there in you. Then only you can learn. I cannot inspire
Okay.
so much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got it. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, you should have that in your mind that I must go. I must go. Like I choose. I was a MSBA developer. I made a decision. Okay, I want to go another 1 year. I will be in the cloud. I did that. I dedicated myself. You have to have that.
Okay.
Vinod,
Okay.
so
Hmm.
when are you planning to start the classes?
Next Wednesday.
From next Wednesday.
Yeah.
And is there any ETA that you want to close? Or
Uh, can you come again?
is there any
Close.
ETA that you want to close
Seven
the
weeks.
course? Like,
7 weeks.
oh, exactly 7 weeks you consider.
7 weeks. See, 1 or 2 classes extra here and there will be there, sir. That's because some, maybe some holidays come. Okay, maybe I may fall sick. These are unforeseen circumstances, right? So that may happen, right? Like 1 or 2 in the whole batch, and that then we may delay. That tend to
Okay.
happen.
So, sir,
Okay.
okay. 7 weeks like
So
before the festival on Jan. So we will be able to close.
which festival? Pongal, you mean?
Yes, Pongal.
It should be right.
Yeah, I said
So
seven
let's
weeks
see.
means like first week of Jan.
One, two,
I estimated one more week from there.
5, 7. Yeah, this week should be complete. 13th.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Any more questions? Anybody having any clarifications before you would like to take a call? Okay, you can see, uh, having you. We want to go to gym, all of us, right? On January 1st, we will start. We'll stop after from Jan 2nd only. We'll stop. Okay, always, always have that. You must do it. You must do it every day. Then only it will help. Hello. ఉన్నాను సార్ 5 minutes లో కిందకి వచ్చి మీకు డబ్బులు ఇస్తాను. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Hello. Any more questions? Anybody having? Please ask.
Thanks, Vinod. I will drop off.
Fine, guys. If no more questions, Rest. Thanks for attending. Enjoy rest of the day. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.